RGF Staffing is a strategic business unit with a global organization called Recruit or Recruit Holdings. And Recruit has three strategic business units. One is called HR Tech, and that's Indeed and Glassdoor. We own those organizations. The second one is called Matching and Solutions, and that's our marketing, media, and lifestyles business, mostly in Japan. And then, of course, the third is RGF Staffing, which is a global staffing organization that has a footprint of 10 operating companies. Those operating companies are staffing businesses, 2 within the US, 5 within Europe, 1 in Australia, and 2 in Japan, and that's RGF Staffing. About $12 billion in revenue annually. RGF Staffing's mission and Recruit's mission is opportunities for life, faster, simpler, and closer to you. And the way we do that within RGF Staffing is by getting individuals jobs. Of course, that's our primary objective, and it certainly helps those individuals and it helps the world as a whole. So that's our focus, but we want to be able to do that in the best possible way. In 2019, we initiated this digital transformation effort with those 10 OpCos to further simplify their tech stack and further digitalize, automate, integrate their technology components. But then in 2020, our marketing and communications organization and strategy organization wanted to put a real focus on customer experience, and we also wanted to have our OpCos become more data-driven. So those three things together, we realized we wanted to create a project between customer experience, data-driven, and IT, and so we decided to do CDX and, of course, engage with BearingPoint to do so. We had the ideas and the concepts, and we started to communicate that with the OpCos, but there wasn't a lot of momentum or sort of consistent effort from all OpCos focusing on one sort of objective or North Star. So BearingPoint was very instrumental in helping us bring structure, bring a framework, bring clarity, brand it, put a nice wrapper around the activity that we wanted to do around the 3 pillars of CDX. So you guys were very instrumental in helping us bring that to a program that we could roll out to all those OpCos. One, very easy. It's very comfortable. One of the things reason why we chose BearingPoint is because you're very pragmatic or practical in your approach. You certainly have a lot of expertise and knowledge that you can bring to the table, so some frameworks and some approaches, but then you work with us to customize it or to make sure that it works specifically for our organization and doesn't just feel like some consulting firm strategy that they've been giving to every other customer. It was very customized to our organization. Your consultants were, 1, very sharp, 2, very easy to work with, and 3, one of the things we really liked is that you didn't just come with your framework real time when we were doing workshops or interviews. You guys would adjust the process or the framework to meet our needs and not just forge through on some framework that wasn't quite fitting. So just the overall comfortableness and partnership and collaboration that we had with BearingPoint was very pleasant to see. So far, we now have a single objective or North Star, which is preparing for the future. We have a focus for all OpCos on what we need to do within this program, or really to drive our businesses and to meet our strategy. So to date, we have all the OpCos, 1, understanding what CDX is. They've all developed what we call our CDX short-term roadmap. So it's about a 12-month view of initiatives across those 3 pillars. So every OpCo is aware of CDX, they have a short-term roadmap, and now we're starting to create momentum internally. So far it's been at the more senior levels of the organization, and we want to push the CDX message and concept to the rest of the organization. Right now there's 3 key ones, and the first one is to increase performance. So we're going to be more effective, more efficient, and creating those great customer experiences will allow us to perform much better, not only internally but externally as well. 2 is preparing for the future. And in the staffing space, we're moving to a marketplace business model. And that's going to take a lot of work to do that. And then third is just collaboration. I mentioned we have those 10 opcos. And those 10 opcos operate in a local for local basis. But we see a lot of value by driving collaboration across those opcos from just a knowledge and expertise perspective, or as well as some of these CDX initiatives. CDX is an acronym that we came up with, and it's associated with the 3 pillars of CDX, which are customer experience, CX, digital transformation, or DX, and data. So we took the CX, the DX, and the data, and we stuck them together into our own acronym and made it our logo. And the cool thing is the X is an infinity sign, because this is a journey. This is an evolution. This isn't a program that started a few months ago and will end sometime next year. It's a way of working. We're building it into our DNA. We had a conference in September to kick off CDX, and so we had these hoodies made with the logo on it. And the nice thing about this infinity sign is it's got the rainbow colors, because another key initiative for us is equity, diversity, and inclusion. So we made sure that we incorporated that into this. But everyone at the conference got these hoodies. Everyone wears them now constantly. It drives the message home, and it's awareness, and it was a nice, fun thing to do. So we've got a great start. We've got something that's branded and known and communicated to everybody, and we just want to continue to drive that momentum and that engagement and that adoption of working in a CDX kind of way.